All right, guys, so I'm going to give you a little professional advice here, something that I have to do on about a monthly, every other monthly basis. And it's something that a lot of people I haven't really seen talk about unless I go looking for the topic. Now, I've got some really high-end monitors here for video editing, photo editing, gaming, those kinds of things. Now, they're not the most color accurate ones because they are high refresh rate. I do a lot of gaming, but I also do some video editing on here. And most of the time those monitors will do, fill both roles. Now, after, a while of use, the colors, they tend to change on the monitors. And when you're doing video editing or photo editing, you want to make sure that your colors are as accurate as possible when you go to deliver them. And when somebody opens it up and looks at it and says, hey, these colors are off or whatever, you know that it's not you, it's whatever the display is that they're looking at it on. So you want to deliver your product as true to life as possible, or when you're editing it, you know that your colors are as accurate as you can get them. So I've got one of these things. It's a Datacolor SpyderPro. What you do is it comes off, it hangs on your monitor, it goes through a series of tests, it runs them, and then it generates a color profile that you run on your computer. And you have to do it every couple of months because the monitors do change. Now, one thing that I have noticed with these two is you want to make sure that if you have multiple monitors, you want to calibrate them all. And you want to calibrate your main monitor, and then inside the software, it lets you calibrate the other ones to that color profile that you made for your main monitor. So, they kind of look the same all throughout your whole setup. Now, I'll show you the difference on mine. And, I did mine a couple of months ago, but it's still pretty drastic. And I noticed it the other day when I was editing the last video that I put out. I was like, man, these colors are really saturated. They're really like standing out. Like, I know that I didn't shoot them like this. So I took my editing software, I just drug it up to my other monitor. I'm like, it looks pretty good there, but my main one, it didn't look so good. So I know that I need to go through and calibrate these. Now, I'll show you what my monitors actually look like now, the difference between the two, and then the difference after I calibrate all of them. Hopefully these will show up pretty well on camera. I'm not sure how it's going to translate, but to me, these colors are vastly different. Now, this is my main monitor. It's a Odyssey G9. It's 49 inch. You see how saturated colors are? These are the same photos. And then I go up here, and that's a Samsung as well, but the colors are just, they're so much more vibrant here in this one than they are in that one. Where's my finger? These ones up here in my main monitor, or in my secondary monitor, are actually closer to the colors that I want. Whereas down here, it looks good for gaming and makes stuff pop, but it doesn't look true to life when you're trying to deliver something that should look true to life. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to calibrate these monitors. I'll show you how I do it. I mean, it's pretty simple, but I'll take you through the process, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right. Now, really, like I said, this thing is pretty easy to set up. It's a USB plug, USB-A. You plug it into your computer. You set it on your monitor. This portion here is hangs off the back, so it gives you, where it needs to hang. Now, the software, when you open the software up, it's going to tell you where this needs to be. It gives you a little target to put it on, and then it runs its thing and it calibrates the monitor. So I'll show you how I do that too. Now, all I'm going to do right now is just plug this thing in. And I just got it hanging off the monitor right now, but I'm going to start the software and have it run its course. All right, now, so this is an ultra wide monitor, and I've switched over to my webcam, but you can only see half of the monitor right now. If I get the target in the middle, which should be, I'll move everything over for you. But this is what it looks like. I want to calibrate my display. Oop. Sorry, I want to calibrate my displays. I'm going to hit next. Display calibration, studio match. So you want to match all of the studio displays as closely as possible. So I want to calibrate this one, and then I want to studio match the other ones to it. So I'll go next. This is going to be, sure, Samsung generic. Yep. Display type. It's the desktop. It's a wide LED. That's correct. That's all correct. This is where you can select, what kind of monitor it is, all your different settings on it, and you want to tell it what you know about your monitor. Full calibration, basic settings, where you want your white point. We want to do room lighting on. So I've got all the lights in my room on, just how we would normally record, or how I would normally be in here editing, because you don't want the, a dark background or a light background, because that will affect how you see the colors. So you just want to make it as accurate to what you normally, how you're working on your photos in your room. You just want to have the lights on just like you normally would. Settings, room analysis, place the spider on the desk. Oh, see? So first thing I want to do is just take it on the desk. Now, when I'm editing, I usually don't have my video lights on, so I will turn those off, so I might get a little dark here. So this is what it looks like in the middle of the screen. So it wants me to place this guy, which lines up with that, in the middle of the screen. Now, my monitor kind of tilts forward a little bit, so I got to tilt it back. Now, the screen is super bright. I've got my calibrator, the spider, on the monitor where it needs to go. Tell it to continue. Now, what it's going to do is measure all the colors. I'm not going to make you guys sit through the whole process, but this is kind of, what it looks like. You're going to do this on each one of your monitors. All right, so now the calibration has been done on the main monitor, and you can toggle between the profile and the normal monitor profile just to see what it looks like. So I'll show you that here. I do it on the screen share in OBS, but it's not picking it up. It's kind of strange, but I don't know. So here's what it looks like calibrated, not calibrated. Much more punchy, dramatic. This makes it look way more color accurate. See the differences? Hopefully you can see it on the camera. All right, well, now that both monitors are calibrated, you can maybe kind of see that they both look about the same here. That's looking at me on the bottom in OBS. I know it's kind of hard to hear because the mic's on the wrong direction. All right, so it's going to be a little bit weird to see, but so here's my main monitor on the bottom. I got my OBS capture just panned across the top, and you can see, yeah, my shoulders don't line up, but the colors and everything now look much, much closer than they did before. And that, my good friends, is why it is super important to color calibrate your monitors when you're doing professional work. If you're just getting started, or you just, got into YouTube, you just want to have some fun, it's not super important. Just make sure your lighting looks good, it's bright, you can be seen, and, the rest will fall into place, over time. But eventually, if you're doing any kind of professional work for sure, or if you want to start making your scenes look more true to life and more consistent, definitely get yourself one of these. I'm not promoting Datacolor SpyderPro. I'm not affiliated with them in any kind of way. I'll put a link down below, an Amazon affiliate link, but they don't know I'm making this video. There's a couple other brands out there that are good as well. This just happens to be the one that I went with. Yeah, so have fun making your other videos, making whatever content you want. This will help you make them a little bit better. And yeah, so normally it's happy printing and happy contenting. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.